Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today's video is on the subject nursing administration and management, and the topic of today's class is organization. An organization is a group of people whose activities are consciously coordinated towards a common objective or objectives. And organization may be defined as a deliberately established social units composed of people who coordinate their activities to achieve common goals. And from this definition, it is clearly understood that an organization comes into being when there are people who are able to communicate with each other, willing to contribute their service, and link together and coordinate their efforts to accomplish the common objectives. Types of organization. There are different types of organization. Some have been classified as small, some as large, some are simple, and some are complex. Based on the number of people working in the organization may be classified as small or large organizations, and based on the nature of working relationship within the organization for achieving the goals determine whether the organization is simple or complex. And the formal or informal organization. A formal organization has legal status. It is based on the divisions of work and gives emphasis on design and structures and is relatively permanent in nature, and the formal organization functions in accordance with the well formulated policies, rules, regulations, and procedures. For example, hospitals, schools, industries, government, and non-government organizations are the good examples of formal organizations. However, these formal organizations do not satisfy all the needs of the people working on it. Therefore, the individual members try to satisfy their needs through other sources, which give rise to informal organization in the form of informal groups of members. And these groups may be formed for working together or having lunch or tea together. Thus informal organization and are spontaneous form groups of people who meet and interact regularly, drawing its group members from the formal groups on the basis of their psychosocial needs. The organizational structure. The organization structures can take of different forms. The most common is hierarchy model of vertical dimensions of differentiated levels of authority and responsibility, and horizontal model of differentiated units or departments. Coordination is achieved through departmentalization and form change of command. Most of the hospital or health service organizations have a combined hierarchy and horizontal authority at the same level within the structures, which is known as matrix organization. Coordination is done through formal change of commands within different departments and simultaneously across the departments. The manager or the top management. Managers are individuals in an organization appointed to positions of authority for directing work efforts of others and for utilization of resources. They are also accountable to seniors for work results. For example, medical superintendents, hospital administrators, nursing superintendents, head of the clinical departments, and the sister in charge of different nursing units are the managers in the hospitals. But some of them have higher degree of authority and more scope of responsibility than the others. So the senior managers with maximum scope of responsibility and activity with highest degree of authority are classified as the top level managers, the middle level managers, and the lowest level of management level as the supervisor or the frontline managers. For example, a sister in charge of a unit or leader of nursing team is a frontline manager. The DNS or the deputy assistant nursing superintendent is the middle level manager, and the nursing superintendent represents the top level manager in the hospital. Principle of organization. An organization has to have a process which is based on some principles known as principle of organization. First one is division of labor, second is hierarchy of authority, third one is system for coordination and control, the fourth one is span of control. The first division of labor. It states that all the people involved or engaged in an organization for accomplishing the objectives are not capable or competent to perform the same activities. Therefore, streamlining of performance of a job by a competent and best suited person is done by organizing and distributing the jobs based on the requisite specialized knowledge and skills available with a person. And this principle is scientifically termed as division of labor by Max Weber. Second is hierarchy of authority. This is another characteristic of an organization which explains the levels of authority to which the people are assigned in the organizations, and it reflects who is accountable to whom for what work, and his or her efforts and are being controlled and directed by whom. And the third one is system for coordination and control. Usually organizations have common rules, regulations, procedures for all the members which enable an organization to coordinate and control everybody's effort and performance for achieving the objectives of the organization. The fourth one is span of control. The number of subordinates can be effectively controlled and supervised by a manager at a particular level who determines the spans of controls. And it has been suggested by many authors in the management science that this number should be reduced as the level rises, and at the top level the number may be only 5 to 6, the middle level 8 to 10, and the lower level manager can take care up to 10 to 15%. Now comes to the management or management process. The term management means differently to different people. There are numerous definitions of management. It is generally underlined as an art of getting things done through others. Or the management is defined as getting the right activities done in term as per plan by competent and qualified persons with the right amount of other resources such as money, machines, materials, etc., which indicates effective use of all the resources for achieving the goals or objectives. Or the management can also be defined, or management in healthcare service organization may define as the process composed of the sets of interrelated social and technical functions and activities occurring within a formal organizational settings for the purpose of accomplishing predetermined objectives through utilization of human and other resources. The terms used in management: first one is input. In order to achieve the goals and objectives, an organization requires various resources. These resources are termed as inputs, for example, physical infrastructure, equipment, machines, materials, technology, raw materials, or money, etc. The second one is process. The activities performed or conducted within the organization with the help of these resources or inputs is called process. And the third one is output. The result achieved through these processes are outcomes of the inputs. Example, the patients treated in the hospital, decreased morbidity and mortality rate, and the improved health status are all the outcomes of the health service organizations. The terms related to function of management. First one is responsibility. It is an obligation of the concerned person to carry out functions. Second one is authority. It is a right to decide, command, and perform the assigned responsibility. Third one is accountability. Is the answerability of a subordinate to his or her superior for performance of the assigned task. And the third one is delegation. It is the decentralization of authority and decision-making power to accomplish the task. Functions of management. Luther, colleague, and eminent management scientist classified management function as an acronym POSDCORB, which stands for planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. First one is planning. Planning is a future-oriented process, and it decides in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, when to do it, who is to do it, and where it is to be done. And the second one is organizing. Organizing is setting up of functions to be performed by individuals and groups for attainment of defined objectives given with necessary authority and responsibility and with required resources. The third one is staffing. Staffing as a management functions involve recruiting, selection, development through training, retaining, promotion, and retirement of human resources in an organization. The fourth one is directing. Directing is the means through which the managerial decisions are translated into concrete actions. Directing is a function of guiding and supervising the subordinates. So the managers, while providing day-to-day directions to his subordinates, must make sure that they know exactly what they are expected to do, when to do, help them to strengthen their skills assessing their performance, and help them to improve accordingly. The fifth one is coordinating. It is interrelating various activities or functions performed by different individuals for achievement of the objective of the organization. The sixth one, reporting. Reporting is a process of keeping a superior informed to whom the subordinates are responsible and accountable, records, returns, and checkings. And the seventh, budgeting. It is a form of fiscal planning, accounting, and controlling of financial resources. A manager has to prepare a budget and monitor expenditure and assess the financial performance at the end of the financial year. And in this budgeting, the manager has to keep in mind about inflation while preparing the budget of the organization. Principles of management. Eminent management scientists express management principles from different angles for different situations, but the principle of management explained by Henry Fayol are still accepted by most of the organizations even today. These principles are: the first one is division of work. Henry believed that the segregating works in the workforce among the workers will enhance the quality of the products. Similarly, he also concluded that the division of work improved the productivity, efficacy, accuracy, and speed of the worker. This principle is appropriate for both the managerial as well as the technical work level. The second one is authority and responsibility. These are the two key aspects of management. Authority facilitates the management to work efficiently, and responsibility makes them responsible for the work done under the guidance or leadership. The third is discipline. Without discipline, maintenance of rules, regulation, punctuality, etc. Without discipline, nothing can be accomplished. It is a core value for any project or any management. The fourth one is unity of command. One person should command or should give commands. This means an employee should have only one boss and follow only his commands. The fifth one is unity of direction. That is, a single person give direction. Here, whoever is engaged in the same activity should have a unified goal. This means all the person working in a company or organization should have one goal and motive which will make the work easier and achieve the set goals easily. Number six, subordinates of individual individual to general interest. Here, this indicates a company should work unitedly towards the interest of a company rather than personal interest. Be subordinate to the purposes of an organization. This refers to the whole change of command in the company. Number seven, remuneration of personnel. That is, giving salary to all the staff. This plays an important role in motivating the workers of company. Remuneration can be monetary or non-monetary. However, it should be according to the individual's efforts they have made. Number eight is centralization versus decentralization. Decision-making authority with the center and delegated to lower position. Here, in any company or organization, the management or any authority responsible for the decision-making process should be neutral. However, this depends on the size of an organization. Henry Fayol here stress on the point that there should be a balance between the hierarchy and the division of power. Number 9, scalar change or authority from highest to lower position. Here, Henry Fayol on this principle highlights that the hierarchy steps should be from the top to the lowest. This is necessary so that every employee knows their immediate senior. Also, they should be able to contact any if needed. Number 10, orderliness. A company should maintain a well-defined work order to have a favorable work culture. The positive atmosphere in the workplace will boost more positive productivity. Number 11, equity or justice and kindliness. All employees should be treated equally and respectfully. Number 12, stability of tenure or job security. An employee delivers the best if he feels secure in their job. It is duty of the management to offer job security to their employees. Number 13, initiative or thinking and execution of the plans. Here the management should support and encourage the employees to take initiative in the organization. Number 14, spirit de corps or unity, strength or teamwork. It is the responsibility of the management to motivate their employees and be supportive of each other regularly. Developing trust and mutual understanding will lead to a positive outcome and work environment.